A man will leave a good woman without hesitation. He will leave a great woman and not even look back. Hell, he'll even help her pack her bags and move out. And then he'll go running, speeding, sprinting, jumping into the arms of the most mediocre, subpar, trash hag of a woman. If the first one, the good one, the great one, the one that we know got away, asks him to mature, grow, change, improve in any way, and he doesn't have the sack or the testosterone to do so. He would rather stay useless and unevolved than do a little bit of self-improvement to keep that woman. I've seen it with my own eyes numerous times. I've experienced it myself numerous times. One example, I have told men that make triple my annual salary that I don't want to live a life in debt. I would like to live debt-free and have a comfortable future. What do you think they did? They left because they can't hack it. It would require some change, some self-evaluation, some logical and logistical priorities. I make those changes when Gabrielle from the gutter is going to put out and ask nothing of him. He doesn't want to improve. He doesn't look at life as a journey of growth. If he left, if he leaves, if he's going, it's not because you're not good enough. He left because you were too good.
Nothing hurts more than when somebody who is not your type breaks your heart or ghosts you. That's in the pain. Like your ego is bruised. Not like your ego. You will not forgive yourself. Now let me break it down. Imagine person maybe say normal. You will not date this kind of person because they are not your type. Then you find yourself dating them because you're like, this person is nice. Person is very, smart. Let's give it a try. Sometimes it's even out of pity. You're like, this person has just been there all this while. Let me just, don't hurt him. That is you trying to be considerate. Then the person you are trying to not hurt will now go around and hurt you. Hey, it is so hard to get over because you're not thinking, see this won't be where oh God, like you are. You will be wallowing in pains in your head. Anyways, I cannot explain further. If you be in that position, you understand. Me, I have been there, and I'm there, and I'm like, hey, how? Wait, how did we even get here? To the point that this is where.
When I tell y'all I just got ghosted so bad, I mean, probably the worst case that I've ever seen with my own two eyes. This man was love bombing me so bad, saying how he ain't never met nobody like me before and he ain't going nowhere and he always gonna be right here and he like everything about me and yada, 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 yada. And I'm just eating it up. Like, we was talking every day, all day, like literally. He would come over, we would watch shows and like literally was attached to each other. Just for me to hear from him last on Friday, and I ain't heard from him since. And I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. I took it a step further. I texted him on a Text Now app just to see, because I thought nigga was dead. I thought he was dead or something. He texted back immediately, but hasn't replied to any of my messages since Friday. And people wonder why I don't like men. People wonder why there is literally male hatred running through my bones. And people can always say, pick better, pick better, pick better. But the only thing I'm doing is being a girl. I'm only listening to your words and your actions. Like a grown up, I don't know. Like, how can you pick better when the men are lying to you and deceiving you? We don't know exactly which version of them that we're getting until that version is released. I fear.
There's no more males left. We don't know what happened to them. We don't know when they're coming back. But what's something you...
The way I would dress like the biggest biddies out all the time. My flat-chested little biddies out. I'd sleep with my windows cracked. I live on the first floor in an apartment. There's no bars on the window. I can't do that now. I'd walk my dog all hours of the night. 3 a.m., don't give a fuck. We're taking a long walk, babe. I'd also listen to my music full blast while I was walking so I didn't have to be aware of my surroundings. I would sit in my car in an empty parking lot. I'd also sit in my car and take my sweet fucking time getting ready to go when I'm at the gas station. Speaking of the gas station, I would go with a full beat every time I went. I would drink more, I think, especially in public. I'd wear a bathing suit top when it was really hot out. I'd go swimming at public pools. I'd wear my swimsuit at the beach. I'd stop having my friends check my location after getting an Uber. I would kind of just exist, to be honest.
So I had a guy troll my video the other day, and this is what he said. Spoiler alert, all the women who are deferring being with who they got will be gravely disappointed in your 30s as your looks go way south. I'm 36 and will never date any women in her 30s, ever. Ignoring the stark grammatical errors aside, let's see if his thesis holds true. Here's a photo of me from 10 years ago at the innocent, pure, desirable age of 22. And here's the photo of me from 20 seconds ago, unfiltered and unedited, looking like the haggard beast that I clearly am at the ripe old age of 32. And while I could expound further on the subject, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, and I've got 2 of them here, so I'll let the pictures do most of the talking. But here's what I will say. Ladies, a man who was born in this country, whose first language is English, who doesn't know how to appropriately pluralize the word woman, probably doesn't know anything about women to begin with.
This is literally the youngest and the hottest that I will ever be, and I'm not getting fucked. And the issue is, I think I look naked too. Like, I don't think it's too much to ask to be put through a fucking mattress.
Do not check in on the men. Do not check in on the men. They know you're alive. They know you exist. They have your number. They call you. They text you. They FaceTime you. They stalk you when they want something. And then they drop off. Because they don't want anything from you at the moment. Why? Because that's how they are. And you know the difference between men and women? Men are fucking selfish. And the second you understand that, everything is going to make sense to you. Especially dating. Especially knowing that men don't change. It doesn't matter how old they are. They will still behave that way. Not saying all men, but most. Most of them. Good luck finding a man that's emotionally intelligent. Good luck finding a man that knows how to communicate his feelings. Good luck finding a man that is honest. Good luck finding a man that is thoughtful. Good luck finding a man that has integrity. And you're sexually attracted to him. Good luck.
If one more person approaches me that is 20 years old on my solo beach dates, like, there was this, like, beautiful man that was probably, like, definitely in his 30s, like, solo beaching, like, 2 meters from me. And then this 21-year-old English boy had to come and talk to me. And I was like, bro. And he's like, where do you go out? I bet you go out. And I'm like, that's such a young person's question, you scrawny little English person. And he told me he was 21. I told him I was 31. And he was like, oh, but you don't look it. And it's like, but I am. Can you go away?
Nobody's approaching you, nobody's talking to you, nobody's asking you on dates, nobody even looks at you, and they're not going to, because you have standards and you're not going to fold easily. I'm starting to realize that maybe, just maybe, all the girls that are talked to, asked out, they just have different standards than you. They're just willing to fold a lot quicker than you. They're just willing to go with whatever that man says more than you. And when you have standards, and when you have God in your life, or when you know your worth, let me tell you, most men who don't even recognize that, who are not going to abide by that, who don't respect that, will not speak to you. It is loud. You can see it on your skin. You can see it on your body language. You can see it in how you speak. And that's why they will not approach you. Because they're like, I got to come correct if I'm going to talk to her. So if you feel bad, the fact that you feel like people don't ask you out, people don't flirt with you, people don't give you attention, especially men, remember this: the ones that they're giving attention to is the ones that they know they can take. The ones that they know that they can take advantage of. The ones that they know that are easy. The ones that they know that don't know their worth or are not in a healing journey. Those are the ones that are just not where you are. You've worked way too hard to be easy. You've worked way too hard for just anybody and everybody to be coming at you. You've worked way too hard for you to rely on a man talking to you for you to know your worth. Do not fold. Do not fold easily, because you did not easily get here. And just be comfortable the fact that not everybody is going to talk to you, because not everybody is worth your time, and they know it.
Quickly want to jump on here and tell you why it is so elite being single in your 30s. All my money, it goes into me. My skin, never been better. All I do is spend my money on facials and Botox and self-care treatments. Look at this. This is like glowing. Can you hear that? Silence, no screaming babies, no children, no children. All I'm gonna do tonight is go out, drink champagne and go for dinner. What? That's all I have to do. And then tomorrow I'm waking up and I'm actually flying to Melbourne, because last week my friend and I decided to go to the F1. Like literally last week we were like, let's go. So we just go. We go. Like I have to pack my bag tonight, and I'm also going on a date when I land. So that's a bit exciting, and I don't know what to wear because it's a breakfast date. But these are my worries. These are my worries. Like my worries are literally what I'm gonna wear to the F1 in Melbourne, like, and what I'm gonna wear on my date. What?
This is your reminder that being single on Valentine's Day is still better than being unhappy in a relationship. Can confirm I've cried multiple Valentine's Days with different boyfriends. I've never cried on Valentine's Day single. Like literally ever. You're in your feels and you're seeing everyone post, or Valentine's Day is coming up and you're thinking, oh my God, like, why don't I have a boyfriend? Why am I single? Just know that anything you're seeing on social media is like this much of a relationship and not always reality. And Valentine's Day is for the girls. Do something cute with your friends. Like honestly, that's way better and cuter, and you'll be way more fulfilled. I promise.
You are not single if you are entertaining anybody with the hopes of dating, with the idea of dating. This might be kind of a hot take, but if you're dating, if you're like constantly like actively having schmecks with someone, if you're in some type of situationship, if you have a roster, if your phone is full of men, women, whatever, I don't really care what you're doing, okay? You like it, I love it. You're not single. Like, I truly don't believe that you're single. You have not been single. Being single is literally just that. Having nobody in your phone, not actively dating, not actively having schmecks with anybody, not looking for someone, not on dating apps, nothing. If you're doing any of those things, you're dating. You're dating. You're not single, bitch. You're not single. You might not have a partner. You're looking for one, though. You're not single. And I always thought that was weird for people to think, like, I use it because it's a term that you guys use. But truly, I don't want a partner. But if you are actively dating, like, multiple men, I'm not talking about, like, one man, because, like, obviously then you're not single, you know what I'm saying? But, like, if you're actively dating multiple men, going on dates with multiple men, entertaining men, I'll put it that way, entertaining men, you're not fucking single. I don't know if that's a hot take or if this is one of those like moments, you know, when a man comes to like a realization, like, oh, everyone has their own life. Like it's one of those like existential moments. You're like, yeah, no duh, bitch. But, like, you're not single if you're doing any of those things. You're just not. You're not. If you are not simply living your life without the need for that kind of validation, in my opinion, bitch, you're not single.
I'm 43 years old, and I've been single off and on for the past a little bit more than 3 years. I talk about this a lot on here, but a lot of people say to me, what's wrong with you? Something's wrong with you if you're single at 43. And most recently, the last person that I dated, he was much younger than me. He said, my friends and family sometimes say, be careful because she's 43 and single for a reason. And when he said that to me, he said it with trepidation because I think he thought that that would hurt me. And it didn't, and it doesn't. Because I think for something to actually offend you, oftentimes it's because it's something that you believe about yourself. And that is not something I believe about myself, because I know why I'm single at 43. And there's a lot of reasons. But the biggest reason is that I was committed to somebody else for a very long time. And it didn't work. And that's okay. And that leads me to the sage. Now, it's been 3 years since that relationship ended, a little bit more. And
It's not like in those 3 years I went out and was on dating apps and trying to like date whoever just to like have a man in my life. No, I took time to understand me and my patterns and my insecurities, and for me to build a confidence and a love for myself. Because no one can come into your life and give you fundamental confidence. That is something that you need in yourself to really be able to correctly love someone else back. If you are very insecure, you're going to be like that to the other person too. You're going to be picking them apart all the time because that's how you feel about you. So if you're single right now at any age, who cares? You should be if you are, because clearly there's time that you need for you to date you, and everything will happen as it should. And the other thing too, I am not on TikTok to find a man. I don't want that. I am on here because there is a stigma about people over a certain age that are still single. And I would like to provide some solidarity and maybe some insight for other people so they can feel more confident in their own single lives and taking time to understand themselves more and maybe take time to vet people a little bit more to find the right person. That's it. I'm not on here to find a boyfriend. That's weird.